Hey, welcome back to another video. Let's go over the fastest, most complete method to duplicate runes and items in Elden Ring on nearly any platform. Whether you want to throw massive Kai blasts all the time, avoid sleep or madness or even death blight, you're going to need to level up to help you get through those challenges. Let's get right into this. There are a few separate considerations you need to be making when you decide to do this process. The first thing you need to do is save game management. Let's talk about that. On every single platform, you will see a way of being able to manage your save data. In this illustration, we're using the PlayStation 4. The PlayStation 5 has its own interface, the Xbox has its own interface, the PC has its own interface. The idea behind this is you need to be able to find where your system storage is, the system storage data, meaning this is the location where your save data is cached off of for Elden Ring. The second location, which is the online storage, or it can look like another save folder on your PC, or the online storage for Xbox. We're going to call this the cloud. Now you need to be able to copy data from your system storage location to your other location. In this case, the PlayStation 4 is to the cloud, Xbox will be to the cloud, PC will be to another file location. Just research on where that data sits, and then you will need to be making sure that you stop any syncing data operations that happen for any of your platforms. The PlayStation 5 does auto syncing. You're going to have to break that whenever they have the dialogue prompt saying, do you want to turn off data syncing? For Xbox, I imagine they have the same thing. I am not sure. For PC, since you can use completely different folders for whatever you want, you don't need to worry about breaking sync. For the rest of this presentation, we're only going to be using this screen as the demonstration for what happens between your system storage and your cloud storage and or your other file location. For lack of better terms and absolute completeness of this guide, we will only be using items in quantities of 1, and I will be able to show you exactly how quickly you can move along in duplication of runes and even items. We have Felicia here, our donkey, and Felicia will get one of her friends to come to her game. This friend then drops the rune and gives it to Felicia. Felicia now has that rune. At this moment, you're now learning how to drop an item and have another player pick it up. Seems all fine and dandy. You're going to be curious about wanting to do this with weapons, armor, talismans, whatever other items you cross along your path. Be careful about doing this. If Felicia has never seen a +1 or a +2 item, and Betty decides to drop a +1 or a +2 item, Felicia will not be able to see the item. If you drop an item that's in its base form, usually individuals will be able to see that item. Anytime you are dropping equipment or runes or craftables or anything like that, run a check between both players to make sure that there are no items on the ground on either player's instance of Elden Ring. It is possible that Betty could drop a level 10 or a +10 weapon, and Felicia could never see it. Felicia could end up removing Betty from the game, and Betty still has her +10 weapon on the floor, meaning Betty's +10 weapon just went into the aether, never to be recovered. Make sure everyone has picked up all items off the ground before removing a player or leaving the game. As I will say one more time here, there are items, craftables, consumables, and other such that can be dropped in a person's game, but can never be picked up in another person's game. This rule is not limited to only weapons and armor. Our next topic will be save progress maintenance. If you are running multiple characters, you may run into this problem if you are also having one of your characters on your save being a donkey. Here is a way on how to view save progress maintenance. We have Lord Edwin and Felicia in save state A, and we now upload them to the cloud. Now we have some game progress with Lord Edwin changing his save state to B. If we are to not observe save progress maintenance and we would download our cloud data back to our system storage data, we will end up reverting Lord Edwin back to save state A, losing progress from whatever progress was made from save state during save state B. It is my recommendation that if you are using a character who is going to be a donkey, to upload your local save data to the cloud or the other folders, or folder, however way you want to configure it, at the end of every game session, just to make sure you do not lose progress on your main saves. Hey, if you guys thought this was really helpful, feel free to hit that subscribe button to see more content that I'm going to be making of Elden Ring. Hit that like button, throw it on a comment to see if you guys want to give me a piece of your mind whenever it comes down to duplicating items or weaponry or armor or talismans or consumables. And let's have a conversation about what those situations can look like. Let's get into the real meat of what the duplication looks like and have you duplicating the way you want to. The order I'm about to describe this process to you in is the order that you need to be doing this in order to maintain a healthy donkey quantity supply as you go through the process. Step 1, give items to the donkey. Step 2, the donkey uploads. Step 3, the donkey gives back. Step 4, the donkey downloads. Step 5, give items back to donkey again. Step 6, repeat step 2 to step 6 over and over and over and over again. By the time you do this 7 times, you will have a quantity of 128 of every item that you are duplicating, meaning you could fill up your chest really quickly, you could fill up your current inventory incredibly fast. This will work out very well for you, especially when you do one of these duplication runs in less than 5 minutes. And that's on anything that's on PlayStation 4 Pro or better. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and good luck out there, Tarnished.